YouTube, Above Average Cody, and today we talk all about the brand new mode Extraction here in Halo Infinite. It has been added to Ranked, and let me tell you guys, I think this mode is going to end up being highly competitive, and I'll give you guys reasons for that later in the video. First off, guys, what even is Extraction? It is a new mode. It's a little bit of King of the Hill. It's a little bit of, honestly, search and destroy vibes, if you ask me, and I really like it so far. So basically, starting here on Streets, guys, or any map you get Extraction on, you're going to see this outlined area, and the first team to get to it has to plant a device and start the Extraction. Now, you can plant this sucker anywhere. We're going to go over some tips and tricks on how I feel like this mode should be played after I go over the basics, but to start it, you can plant this wherever you want. We'll just put it right here, and it takes 5 seconds to plant the device. Once you plant it, you have to defend it for 45 seconds. And during those 45 seconds, guys, enemies are going to try to come rush the area, and they have to run up to the device in this vicinity, hold X onto it, another 5 seconds to convert the device. And this will turn it into their zone, and although they do not get to place it, they get an attempt at defending the zone from the area that you placed it at. And this resets the timer, so if you get it taken and then you take it back, guys, any time progress you had will reset back to 0. So it's a fresh 45 seconds each time, and the clock on the game does not stop at any point during this device being placed, guys. So basically, it can change hands as many times as it wants to. The only thing that's really being burned is the time on the game. It is, of course, 4 points to win. I have this set to unlimited so that I can kind of just show you guys without having to worry about the game ending. But this is what happens. Once that point is secured, you get 1 point on the board, as you can see down below, and then you travel to the next one, and the same idea, and so on and so forth, guys. So just biggest things to remember: 5 seconds to plant the extractor, and then 5 seconds to convert it if you are attacking an enemy extraction point. Now, I want to talk about some tips and tricks on this game mode, because I think there are going to be a lot of different strategies, not only in placing the device, but attacking it, defending it, and everything of the sort. Of course, we're going to have to wait and see what the pros do with it, guys, because they are the biggest brains on this game. But I'm going to show you guys how I think you can be more successful in this game mode. Now, first, we're going to cover planting the extractor. You get to the point first, and you get to choose wherever you want to put it. In my opinion, you have 2 options here. You can plant it somewhere ratty and in cover, where you kind of cut off certain angles and you focus heavily defending it from one point. So if I were to place it right here, I'd more heavier want to defend it from this side because the enemy is pushing it and I can see them if they go and attack the area. The other strat here is to plant it just right out in the open, maybe even like right here, and just use your nade and throw them and just defend it the best you can. So you can attack it from every angle, and you could have somebody very, very far away and still have them able to see the point all the way over here. So maybe if you're worried you're going to get rushed by a full team, get wiped out, somebody can be over here just peppering shots and damage to anybody trying to convert the device, guys. And you will notice in the bottom right, I mentioned the grenades. Forgot to mention this at the top. You spawn with 1 single grenade in this mode. I'm a longtime believer of every mode should only be 1 grenade, but that's just me. It just kind of prevents nade spamming at the device every single time everybody spawns up, which I think is an appropriate change. You can still pick up 2 grenades off pads, but when you spawn, you will just only have the 1 frag grenade. Now, guys, let's cover defending the extractor, because this branches off pretty well from how you want to place it. Again, place it in the open, place it in hidden cover like back here, guys. However you want to do that, that's fine. Whatever you and your team, however you want to play it. What I will say is when you plant the device, and we used to do this on Search and Destroy back in the day when we sweated out really hard in Ranked on COD, tell your team where you are planting the extractor. So if I'm going to plant it here, guys, call it out that I am planting it back PD outside the door or something of that sort, guys. so that your team, obviously they can look over and see exactly where it is. But if they spawn, I notice you spawn out a lot, especially when you're getting pushed. If they're spawning back here, guys, don't make them wonder if it's inside PD or outside PD. Tell them exactly where it is so that they know exactly what angle they can go to, where they should throw grenades, and just how to play around it. Again, it's very foolproof, but it can be pretty confusing. So if you plant it somewhere, call it out. And now something else that I'd like to kind of think of as a good strat is I'd like to only have one person really close to the device. Maybe you have somebody sitting here or just ratting out somewhere hidden, because you don't want the whole team just standing right on top of it. This is something that, like, you see people do an oddball in the lower ranks, guys. You'll be holding the oddball, and the entire team wants to cuddle up onto the oddball, play really close, and then you get wiped out by a couple grenades. You definitely want to spread out. How you spread out is going to depend on where you opt to plant the device. Again, did you plant it hidden, or did you plant it more out in the open? That's going to come down to team play, but I recommend probably having only one, maybe two max on top or close to the device, and then have other players kind of far away shooting on it. Another example here, let's plant it far in the back corner. Maybe have one person ratting here. Maybe you could even have another one up here on Stalker, kind of, you know, picking up different angles, seeing where the push is coming from. And then I'd maybe have one person playing off of it, maybe even roaming, and somebody playing far over here. You want everybody close enough, or at least most of the team close enough, where they can turn and get eyes on the device. So if somebody is attempting to convert it, you can quickly get eyes on and kill them. But you also don't want to be cuddled up right on top of it, right next to it, because you're just asking to get killed. And guys, that's pretty much all I have for defending it. However, if you are attacking it, there are a lot of different things to go over on attacking this device and trying to convert it if the enemy plants it down before you. First off, the 5 seconds to convert this thing feels like a lifetime, guys. It feels like forever. So you want to get 3, even 4 enemies dead, maybe even a couple waves of kills before you rush in and extract it. But the biggest thing to remember when you are attacking is you have 45 seconds, guys, and it resets if you are able to convert it. So if you convert it with 5 seconds left, that's fine. The enemy still gets 0 points. So do not just rush because the device is down. You have nearly a minute to get to this device and convert it, and it takes 5 seconds. So play smart, get a full wipe of kills, and then just make sure you run and convert it before the time runs out, obviously. And it takes 5 seconds, and I believe it will keep converting if you are doing it. I don't know if it stops the clock. It may. Obviously, I can't test that right now because I'm just solo planting my own devices right now. But another thing to remember when attacking, guys, is be very careful on where the device is placed. If it looks like you have a clean convert and you can just run in and grab that sucker, but you didn't get any kills or anything, chances are somebody is watching that thing from a distance. Again, different teams are going to play the device very differently depending on where it's planted. So just because it's sitting out in the open with nobody on it or anything doesn't mean you can just walk right in and quickly just easily convert it and then just back off of it. You need to be very careful with attacking, and the big problem we were having on early games of this is pushing the same direction over and over and over again. You have to split your pushes because, again, if they plant the device in a very good spot and your whole team is just pushing driveway, 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 it is not hard for somebody up heaven, back arcade, and tires to all poke out and shoot over at driveway. You have to split your push, you have to time your push, and play it very careful. The same way you would play King of the Hill, the same way you would play just about any other objective game mode. This is a little reminiscent of Oddball because somebody could be holding the Oddball in a weird spot or something like that. And it's pretty much a very similar idea. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover in regards to extraction. Again, there's going to be a lot of pretty nasty strats on this game mode, I feel like, especially on the maps. the different points. There's going to be good ways to play it, good ways to push the objective, and obviously just better strats all around. I just wanted to give you guys a basic understanding of the mode, and also just some tips and tricks that I'm seeing early on that I feel like are either being helpful or detrimental to our gameplay so far on this new mode, Extraction. I hope this one helped you out, guys. Feel free to share any thoughts on the new mode in the comment section, but outside of that, subscribe to the channel, guys. The support's been crazy lately. Having a blast here on Season 5, and we're going to keep the content rolling, so hit that sub button. Leave a like on the video, guys. Leave a comment, I already mentioned. And, of course, channel membership, super thanks if you like support monetarily. It helps me out a lot as a content creator, but please do not feel like you have to. But alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next one.